Hello traders, welcome to the Wednesday forecast. So let's get right into the euro and US dollar. So this particular pair is now moving down. We have got some movement in the last candle. So before that we were just kind of descending. We have got this push down with a huge wick and an aggressive retrace, so that was no trade for me. I wasn't looking for anything at that point. We then continued down, broke the low, retraced, also left a large wick, and then had a small pullback, but continued with some large momentum now. So overall this looks to be moving down out of this consolidation. So we were talking about this for a really long period now. So the consolidation, usually we have a expansion after we see something like this, and now the expansion is starting to occur. So we are moving down. That is the direction that the market makers have picked. At least it looks like it. So the euro is becoming weaker than the dollar, which is really interesting, but let's see how this develops. It all depends on how this closes. If this closes with a huge wick, then I'm expecting a larger range. I mean, this is just a one candle push and I'm just not seeing any momentum here. I'm just seeing this kind of already rejecting. This is potentially a news candle. Usually news candles act in this sort of a fashion, but if we do continue down, so I am looking for this to continue with some more candles, and then I'm looking for trades to sell short, either nice flags or nice break and retests, any sort of a continuation pattern. Another thing what can happen, this can reverse up and create a V pattern, then we can get a range, a push up, and then I'm looking to buy on a nice uptrend. So I'm just being more patient. It is Wednesday. Usually on Wednesday markets start to develop and we get some moves, and this is the exact evidence of that. Look at the prior price action for the past couple of days. Now on Wednesday we are starting to get some moves. So let's see if this will continue down. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking if this momentum will continue down, especially on EU, where I'm being more patient with the setups, where I need a really high probability entry pattern and setup, and the impulse needs to be really large. So that's about it for EU. For EJ, a bit of a different story. This one looks still very range bound. We have had this huge corrective ascending structure and we have broken down, which is kind of to be expected. So from an ascending structure we do usually move to the downside, and now let's see if this will continue trending to a downside. As far as the current price action looks, so we have broken the low, retraced. In the prior price action we had a large one candle push down, probably a news candle, and then we left huge double wicks and an aggressive retrace, which is a complete no trade for me and a huge warning sign. We then continued, broke the low, left a huge wick, retraced. So if this closes like this, I'm expecting a larger range in this general area, and of course not looking for absolutely any sort of a trade. What I want to see is I want to see price move away and give me nice entries, give me a nice downtrend, or move to the upside and give me a nice uptrend with some sort of continuation patterns, with some flags, break and retests, whichever opportunities we do get. So EJ looks really bad, to be honest. Just leave it alone, be more patient with it. But let's check out the Aussies. So Aussie US dollar does look good. We were pretty range bound right here, really range bound, moving from ascending into moving from descending into ascending, into descending. So just from channel to channel, very range bound price action, and now we did push down. I was not in any of these potential entries. I did not enter on any shorts. Nothing really fit my plan. They were all kind of leaving wicks and very weak breaks, so nothing was even on my radar. I wasn't looking for anything. The overall price action was this descending channel, as we can see, so very descending channel, and now we looks like are getting some momentum down. Again, probably a news candle because it's moving erratically and moving down, moving up, leaving wicks, not leaving wicks, so lots of volatility. And I did check the spreads are higher, so that usually signals the news candle, which I don't follow at news, I just follow how the candle prints. But usually when we get just a one huge news candle, it just tends to, the rest of the price action tends to range around. So it all depends on how this closes. If we get a clean close, I am looking for a flag, only if it's a clean close. But the best option is to see if this will continue and then give us some flags or break and retests further down. So let's see if this turns out into a strong downtrend. That would be the best option, the best scenario. Again, we can also move up, get a V, then I would look to buy, but I don't really see that happening. I more see this maybe continuing to push down. If it pushes down, if I get the evidence to take shorts, I am definitely taking shorts. There was an entry here with a clean close for me, didn't fit my plan. Pair price action was really descending and this break was really small, so I did not enter any sort of trades. And yeah, that's about it for AU. Now for the Aussie and the Japanese yen, also a couple of entries right here. For me, this impulse was not large enough. I was not looking to sell at this point. We then pushed down a bit more. Again, not enough of a push for me, just a one candle break, left the wick, aggressive retrace. Just looked really bad, and we are now ranging between the low and the high. So I'm expecting, because the overall structure in this area is looking like it's stuck in this range bound area, I would expect for more range bound price action, and I would look for some better setups. I would look for trend up or trend down, and I would just leave this pair alone. Maybe focus on the dollar pairs. Looks like the dollar is gaining strength and the pairs are moving, EU, AU. So that's what I would put my that is what I would put on my watch list and my focus on. This I would leave alone and wait for a nice trend down, nice trend up. Look for those nice entries. For now, I'm just expecting a larger range. Of course, do watch out for the liquidity areas below and above the range. Usually price rejects here, usually we just continue ranging. It can just kind of pierce through it and retrace straight away, so that's a big warning sign and a large and yeah, it just tells you to not to look for any trends at that point. So the pound is also moving down, but in a corrective fashion. So prior to this move we had a big range, a big range. Then we broke the low, finally broke the low, retraced, left a huge wick, continued down, broke the low, and now are printing a huge wick down. Looks really bad. So this is a dollar pair which I would not focus on, because it's, as I said, currently leaving a wick and correctively descending. And the only setup I'm looking for here is a large impulse, maybe a 2 or 3 or 4 candle impulse in one direction, and then either a flag, a small flag, or a break and retest. The highest probability pattern is a break and retest, so this would be the highest probability pattern. A large impulse, 2, 3, 4 candle impulse, small pullback, another push, maybe 1 candle, 2 candle push, and then a break and retest. Usually those trades work out, usually they give really good percentage. That's kind of the only thing I'm looking for on the pound. And now for NJ, the New Zealand Japanese yen, really corrective, looks really bad. Doesn't look high probability, it just looks very range bound, and all of this price action is just kind of moving without a clear direction. I mean, it is moving down, but really correctively. Breaking the lows, retracing, breaking the highs, retracing, as you can see here, here, and then now we broke the high again. So we broke this major low, retraced, and then we broke this major high, retraced. To be honest, I think this will continue moving down correctively, but for me personally, I can't profit from that. None of my entries fit a corrective descending or a corrective ascending. When I see it, I just stay out of the market and wait for better opportunities, because Yeah, I just have not developed any entries for that sort of a market condition. So yeah, wicks everywhere. That's also a big warning sign when you see wicks down, wicks up, lots of wicks clustered together. Big warning sign. What you're looking for, if you're like me, a trend trader, you're looking for a large push, a really large push, and to move away from the current price action. That's the only thing you can look for. Just for the price action to clean up. This is not showing us absolutely anything. So that's it for the forecast. See you guys tomorrow in the next one. Check out my other videos. I have started posting a bit more regularly with the other educational content. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, waiting for those nice moves. On my watch list is EU and AU. Rest of the pairs just really sleepy.